Hey there and welcome to Cars with Nash. Today we're working on a 2008 Audi A6 and we're going to be replacing the door lock actuator. So it's an M8 on the fasteners that hold the actuator, and then we're also going to be removing the speaker box here and their T20 fasteners on that one. So we've already removed the door panel in a separate video. If you missed that, go back and check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. Those you'll need the clip pliers to undo those, but you got plug-ins on the other end there you gotta unplug.
It's just two things on the end, right?
Yeah, should be.
This there and there. Push down. This hooks around up here. And then you need clip pliers to get these clips out here, 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 and there.
So these are the tools we use for removing clips. There are already other kind that are more like a screwdriver, but I prefer this kind because they get around the clip and actually hold it so it doesn't break. Okay, we got the M8 here, which is a triple square bit. If you don't have a set, you'll have to buy a set. Make sure you have that well seated in there, Nash. Yeah, take that out, I guess. Okay, so you'll have to feed that grommet through. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's probably good. I don't know that we can pull the cable through until we pull the thing down. I'm trying to unclip the linkage in here. I will show you how it works when it comes out. So this is the clip that you got to reach around and feel for, and it's the one that goes to your outer handle. And there's a rod, a threaded rod that goes through this, and you have to pull that tab on the yellow part, and then this will hinge apart, and then you'll still have to pull pretty hard to get that threaded piece out of there. And then it's important when you hook it up that you have the latch fully in position on the car, and you hook this up last and just let that rod hang naturally. Then you have to push it back in there, and then you have to latch the clip, which is really hard to latch. You got to push on it really hard, and then this fits into here, which will be in here on your new actuator, but it just slides into a slot there on the actuator. Nash is just working on this cable. This is what goes to your door handle, and so you actually pulled the grommet down the cable this way, and then you can see in there that it clips into a white plastic piece, and there's just two prongs that hold it clipped in there. So you got to spread those prongs and get in behind the cable and pop it out of the prongs. Okay guys, so this is the electrical plug that's on the bottom of your actuator, and you'll be able to access it through this hole right here. And what you want to do is put a flat blade screwdriver in there and give it a little twist right in the middle, and that'll actually pop that. And you need to pop that because there's a plastic piece that goes around this whole actuator, and it has a tab that goes around that plug, over that plug. So you have to get the plug undone, and then you can push the actuator up out of that tab, and there's another tab that wraps around right in there. See, that whole plastic piece wraps around this actuator, but it does come out of there, and you can get it out through this hole. You don't have to disassemble your door or anything like that. You kind of got to unwrap this plastic from around it because it's clipped into it, and get the whole piece to push up. Okay, that actually cracked across where the plug was. There we go, there's our actuator. And okay, so the cable disconnected itself. It just hooks in there with a little T, and where's that? Oh, just in that little slot right there. You just put it in and then spin it. Okay guys, we have got it out. We didn't disassemble anything more than you see here. We did take this screw out here just to kind of get this floppy, and what that allowed me to do is flex this right here, and this comes out right here. You have to have it oriented just like this, because you just pull it back and angle it, put it on a 45-degree angle so that these faces are pressed on your outer door skin. And like I said, you pull this in here And you got to pull in pretty hard on it. That's why you have to remove the screw, because the whole thing's gonna bow and stretch down. So if the screw's there, you won't be able to do that. But with the screw out, you're able to do that and pull that out right there through that hole. So you want it positioned right about there. Just like that, it's in there. So now we can get it up into position. One thing we're going to want to do though is hook that cable on. This cable here. So it's got that little T thing that I showed you a second ago. Goes in there, and when it twists and it's pulled straight like it will be when it's installed, it'll be fine. Okay, now you slide it up there. You just got to hold that plastic out. So we're just going to go ahead and put these fasteners back in here. Put that in first, guys. No, it's got to come back off. Okay, we're just going to be using this spray adhesive to put the vapor barrier back. If you don't have any of this, you can just use masking tape along the edge. I mean, it's all behind the door panel, and the door panel pretty well holds it on. With this stuff, you're kind of supposed to put some on each side, so. You put some on each side and then wait for a while, so. Okay, and it's been a couple minutes now, so let's make sure everything, we put that screw back. Don't forget to put that screw back. And you can actually tuck those in, and that'll kind of locate it for you. There we go. It's good as new. So now we're going to put the speaker piece back, the door panel back, everything back. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you test everything. It's a good idea to test the door locks as soon as you get the wires connected to the door panel. That way, if something doesn't work, you don't have to rip it all back apart at least. Okay, a couple other things we want to show you. Key fobs. Make sure you check your battery on your key fob. Replace it if you're having door issues. So now everything works properly. Now one other thing we want to show you. We discovered these cars are kind of prone to having issues with the wiring in here. We had to make a bit of a mess to do our repairs because it was right under the boot, which is one with the harness. But anyways, we caught that early. The wires were just starting to break apart in there, and it would have been a big problem in the future. There we go, working good. That's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching Cars with Nash, and don't forget to subscribe.